Every morning, all over the globe, we wake up ready for food. We rise with our blood sugar low and the same need: quick energy. Be it toast, cereal, or rice, it's little wonder that most of us turn to the same type of food for that first meal of the day: carbohydrates.
Did I snore?
No.
It's fine, okay. Carbohydrates are fantastically diverse. It's really sort of a catch-all terminology for a group of chemicals that are made up of building blocks of sugar.
There are many different types: glucose, lactose, and probably the most exciting one, starch.
It's what plants use to store away their energies in a concentrated format. And round here, it's usually found in the form of a seed stolen from a grass.
Oryza sativa, better known as the rice plant. Each seed is a grain of rice, a marvel of nature. But rice doesn't give up its energy easily. These terraces here in Banawe are called by some the 8th wonder of the world. The people who live in these mountains have been cultivating rice for over 2,000 years.
Hello.
And today, it's my turn.
I feel like Superman to be able to do this.
As we work the terraces, we're burning calories, a measurement of energy. Even at rest, our body needs fuel to tick over. And just standing here, I'm burning about 100 calories an hour. But while working the fields, that jumps up to around 350.
I'm waiting for my Asian rice farmer genes to kick in. I don't think they work.
We get our energy from our food, and the carbohydrate-rich ones, like the rice I had for breakfast, give us fuel more quickly than any other type. The body breaks down long carbohydrate chains into a simple sugar, glucose. It's easily absorbed in the blood and transported around the body, feeding our muscles and our organs. Carbs are the rocket fuel in our diets. Growing rice by hand requires a lot of energy. So we have to be sure we get a lot more energy from eating it than it takes to produce it. I mean, even harvesting the stuff is labor-intensive. And you can be burning over 400 calories an hour.
So after 6 months of loving care and hundreds of labor hours, you end up with this beautiful stuff: raw rice. I still wouldn't call it a food, though.
All this effort begs the question, why do we bother with rice at all?
The reason why rice is such a phenomenally important food is the sheer amount of energy that is packed into each one of these tiny grains. And I can actually show you how much energy they have visually, but first, I've got to break them open. This stuff might not look very exciting,
But it's packed full of energy.
you can convert the potential energy that's stored in the rice grains into heat and light energy just by doing this.
Each puff is around 10 grams
I could do this all day.
and contains around 35 calories of energy, all going up in flames. And almost all of it comes from carbohydrates.
Now, our bodies might not do this in the exact same way because we use complex biochemistry to do it.
And rice doesn't give up its energy without a fight. But we have discovered how to harness its power.
Even once fully processed, rice is essentially indigestible because starch really stubbornly holds on to its energy until you do this.
Cooking is the game changer. The starch in the rice is made up of two energy-giving carbohydrate molecules, amylose and amylopectin. But their long chains are packed together, making them mostly indigestible. The combination of heat and water has the power to break the tangled chains apart. This chemistry is going on inside every cell. The starch absorbs the boiling water and swells massively, until the moment when the cells burst open and the digestible carbs erupt. So turning rice into a food is incredibly energy intensive. A cupful takes about 70 calories to produce. But we got 35 calories from just 10 grams. Which means a cup of rice gives us back around 700 calories. We get a whopping 10 times more energy out than we put in. And that's why rice, a cultivated rivergrass, has become such an important staple in the water-rich tropics. Where it's too cold or too dry to grow rice, we in the Western world have turned to another crop for our carb hit: